What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to be giving my way too early predictions for the Colts schedule from week 13 to week 18. Now, before I do that, if you're new, please click that subscribe button. It would be awesome if you would do so. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when a video goes up as well as when we go live on here. If you like this video, smack the like button and let me know in the comments below on if you agree with me and what you think the record is going to be for the Colts this year. This part of the schedule has some should win games and going to be difficult to win games. You have the Houston Texans, a bye week, then you got the Patriots, then you got the Cardinals, then you got the Raiders, and then you got the Jags. So there's some games that we should win in this part of the schedule, and there's some games that we are going to struggle to get the win in this part of the schedule. And we're going to start with the Houston Texans. And I think this is a game we should win, but I think the difficulty of this game is going to depend on if Deshaun Watson is the Houston Texans quarterback by this point of the season. Because look, we really don't know what's going on. There are some, issues behind this, with Deshaun Watson in his real life going on right now with the legal stuff. I won't get into it too much, but that is something that's going on and will, of course, affect if he is even playing this season and where he's going to be playing. I do think that will affect it. So will he be on the Texans? I don't know. I really don't know. But I think it really depends on just the legal stuff. If everything gets cleared and he's good to go, then he might be on the team, but he might be on a different team. We really don't know. So I think him playing will determine how difficult this game will be for us. Because look, I fear him, and I don't fear him, but I fear him more than I would fear a Tyrod Taylor or is it Mills, the quarterback they drafted from Stanford? I fear Watson more than those guys, and I don't fear any of the players because I think our defense can beat any team. It's just, can we put it together and not make many mistakes? That's going to be the thing. So for me, Colts will win this game. The amount of points we win by, though, will be determined by who is the quarterback. Is Deshaun Watson the quarterback, or is it somebody else? Because this could be a double-digit win, easy, or it could be a single-digit win. We really don't know. Look at last season. We barely won those games. It's a divisional game, so that's going to make it more difficult. And I do believe the Texans got worse than they, were last year. But, at the end of the day, we saw how close those games were. So you really don't know. That's the type of quarterback Deshaun Watson is. And he had his best season last year statistically. It's just the team was so bad, So, I guess you never know. So Colts will win this game. Don't know by how much. I guess it will depend on who's the quarterback. Then they have a bye week. So that's cool. They get to rest up, all that good stuff. And then we head into the New England Patriots. Now, New England also has a bye week. So, it's not like we have an advantage in that sense. New England got better than they were last year, obviously adding tight ends like Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. Their defense is back because you got to remember a lot of the guys that opted out for the Patriots were defense. So now they're coming back, so their defense is going to be better. And, they draft Mac Jones. Is he going to be the quarterback at this point? I don't know. Maybe it will be Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton will be the quarterback, but you never know. Maybe it's Mac Jones. So this will be a fun game. This could be on the 18th or the 19th. So could be playing a Saturday game here, or it could be another Sunday game. I kind of hope this is a Saturday game. It should be a night game. It really should be, but who knows? But it's at Lucas Oil, helps us a lot in that sense. For me, however, this is going to be a defensive game when I look at it, because like I said, New England's defense has improved just because they got their guys back that opted out, and the Colts defense, I think, is better than what it was last season. Adding guys like Kwity Paye, Dio Dengbo, who I believe will be playing by this point. I believe he'll honestly be playing by like week 9, week 10, maybe even earlier, because I think Eric Fisher is going to be playing by week 5 is what I'm going to say. I think that's when we would expect to see him in there. And Dio, I think, will be a week or two after. So I do think he'll be back. He'll be at full strength by this point. And our defensive line is going to be really, really difficult to contain. And at the end of the day, I think that's how we win, because Cam Newton is not as, difficult to bring down. He's gotten slower. It's because of the injuries. That's something we always have to keep in mind. Injuries definitely played a factor into his mobility. So I think our defensive line should be able to get to Cam Newton easier than it would have been, let's say, 5 years ago. I believe our secondary is good enough to not allow a lot of big plays in this game. And I think our offense is good enough to score on the defense a good amount. I think we're going to be able to run on this defensive line a good amount. And it always helps to have an offensive line like we have. So I think that is going to help our run game. And I just think our running backs, the variety of type of running backs we have is going to help. So for me, the Colts will win this game. It's going to be a great game, though. If anybody's going to coach this New England team to be better than what we expect them to be, it's going to be Bill Belichick. So Colts win this game. Then we go to our Christmas game. It's the Cardinals. Christmas Day. Obviously, you want to end Christmas off on a high note because this is a night game and it's at Arizona. And this is going to be a really difficult game. They improved in so many aspects. And I see a lot of people saying the Colts are going to lose this game. However, for me, I think the Colts win this game. I think they win this game because I honestly think they are the better team. When we talk about just the all around offense, defense, they're the most balanced, maybe in the entire NFL. I think our run game will be able to run on this Arizona defense. I think we're going to be able to throw on them. I think our defense is going to be able to stop the Cardinals' offense because I think really the guy that is going to be the most difficult to stop is DeAndre Hopkins. And look, I get it. I know a lot of people are going to say,
oh, you're only saying that because you're a Colts fan. You're only saying that the Cardinals are going to win because you're a Colts fan.
Well, guess what? I think the Colts are just the better team. I think they are. I think the Colts are better than what a lot of people, even some Colts fans, think the Colts are. I really think they are one of the best teams in the NFL. I think there are a couple things you can tweak to make them better. I think you can add to the secondary. Will Richard Sherman be on the Colts? Probably not. But will he be on this team? We don't know. But still, I think our corners are the only thing. And who knows? Maybe Marvell Tell is great. And then at that point, we don't really need any help in the secondary. So that really is the only thing. And I think our corners are already a really good group of guys. I like our corners quite a bit. So really, I'm looking at the team. Quarterback, we'll find out, but I think we're good at that. We're good at the running game. We're good with receivers. I think we're good with tight ends. Our offensive line is obviously one of, if not the best in the NFL. Defensive line, I think, has improved greatly. Linebackers, I think, are really good. Corners, I think, are potentially really good, but we'll see. And our safeties, I think, are going to be even better than last year. Julian Blackmon, he, I think, will be better just because he will be 100%. So, really, I think the Colts are just one of the better teams in the NFL. So, for me, I think they win this game. I think this is going to be one of those statement wins. You have to beat a team like the Cardinals to prove that you can hang with the big boys. So, they win this game. It's going to be a great game, though. It's going to be a great Christmas game. And then we have the Raiders. And look, the Raiders, I don't know what to expect in this team. I like Derek Carr. I really do. I think he's better than what a lot of people say. I honestly think if he would have went to the Colts, he would have more success with us. I think he would have been a really good option for the Colts. He was one of the guys I was kind of hoping the Colts would potentially look into going after. Obviously, it didn't happen. We got Carson, which I'm happy with. But Derek Carr was one of those guys. I was like, look, I would like him to be in Indy. There's some other guys too, but Derek was one of those guys. I think, obviously Jacobs, Josh Jacobs, I think is a really good running back. I think he's going to have a bigger year than he did last year this season. Receivers, we don't know. Henry Ruggs could be dominant this year. He's super fast, going to be difficult to keep up with. So that's something we got to keep an eye on. Their offensive line is not great. So I think our defensive line is going to be able to have a lot of fun in this game. And the Raiders defense needs more improvement. They really do. That's their weakness still. It's the defense. I think that's their that's the thing that's going to bring them down is the defense. So for me, I think the Colts win this game. This should be an easy win. Um, but look, I think it really, really depends. Is the defense better than what we think? But honestly, just based on what I'm expecting them, I don't think that's going to be the case at all. Colts will win this game. They should win this game rather easily because I just don't think their defense will be able to stop our offense. I think we're going to run all over the Raiders defense. I just think that's going to happen. So Colts will win this game rather easily. And then we go to Jacksonville. We're at Jacksonville ending the season. We haven't won in Jacksonville in a little while now. And honestly, for me, just based on where we're at this point, that's going to continue. The Colts are going to lose this game because I believe we're going to be resting our starters. Now, who knows? Is Eason like actually a lot better than what some people are expecting? Is Eason literally going to be a starting quarterback type player? Because if he is, and he comes out here and he just balls out, we're going to win this game. But I just believe with us resting a lot of our key players, like Carson, I think we're going to rest him. I think we're going to rest, Taylor. I think we're going to rest, some of our receivers. I think we're going to rest some of our defensive guys. We're going to be resting people. And the Jacksonville offense is still a good offense. They have the potential to be one of the more explosive offenses. However, look, at week 17, I have the Colts literally at 13-3. They clinched their spot. They won the division. The only way I see our starters playing is if we're battling for first in the AFC. That's it. If we're battling for first, which honestly, I think the Chiefs are going to be a game ahead of us at this point. So I think honestly, the Chiefs might clinch the number 1 seed by this point. If that's not the case and we're battling for first in the AFC, Colts will play their starters and they will win. However, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Colts will have either second or first locked up. I'm thinking number 2 in the AFC because I think the Chiefs will have the number 1 spot locked up by this point. I think they'll be clinched. Then I think we're going to be clinched for number 2. If we're not, then our starters will play. However, just looking at it right now, I'm expecting us to be clinched wherever we're at. So we will be playing our backups. And that's why I think Jacksonville wins. However, if we're not, the Colts will win this game. If we're not clinched for the second spot, the third spot, the first spot, fourth spot, if we're not even clinched for a playoff spot, Colts will play their starters and they will win the game. So there are my predictions. So in this stretch, I have the Colts going 4-1 or 5-0, depending on where the Colts are. Based on, where they are in the playoff seeding. If the Colts haven't clinched anything in week 18, they're going to play their starters in that game. However, I'm thinking they're going to clinch either the 1, 2, or 3 seed by this point. They're going to have everybody sitting. That's why I'm giving Jacksonville the win here. So at the end of the day, I have the Colts going either 15-3. No, sorry, I am way ahead. 14-3 or 13-4. But it really depends on, do they have a playoff spot secured? Are they locked in their position? Are they the number 2 seed, 3 seed, 1 seed, 4 seed by week 18? Is it locked? They're not going to move up. They're not going to move down. Are they locked in? They're going to be stuck in that seed no matter if they win or lose. If they are, they're going to rest their starters and Jacksonville wins. However, if they don't and they have to battle for second, third, first, fourth, I know I'm mixing them up, but whatever, then they will play their starters and they will win against Jacksonville. And the streak will end. And I hope we're in that position. I hope we don't lock in the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed by this point. I really hope they don't. I want them to still fight for a spot. That way they have to win this game against Jacksonville so we can end this freaking streak of being in Jacksonville and losing every single season. So there you have it. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new, please click the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when a video goes up as well as when we go live on here. If you like this video, smack the like button. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me, if I'm crazy, and what your record prediction is for the Colts. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt. Bleed blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other 2 videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.